Draped up, stand up,
Yes,
nigga, no
sir.
way.
Yo,
What's happening? With the dark ones on, I see you.
yeah, we on the dark ones today. How you doing today?
I'm doing quite well, sir. Just dropped my daughter off at college for a senior semester. So yeah, yeah, it's
That's
up.
up.
That's right.
That's what's
Right.
that's what's up. All right, well, welcome everybody to another episode of Leave It on the Court, where we talk everything basketball. I'm your host, Jay Dimes, with my bro
What
Giannis.
up, though?
Um, Today, what we got going on, brother? Oh, hold on, before we start, I need everybody to go to the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Also, you can catch me on Twitch. I'm streaming now every day at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Check me out. Now, with that being said, what we got going on today, brother?
All right. So today, on today's episode, what we're gonna try to do is discuss the 2028 Olympic roster. We're gonna do as best we can and try to construct that and give our ideas about that. The next thing we want to get into is this back and forth between Steph and Magic. Who's the better point guard? Who's the GOAT point guard? And lastly, what we're going to start the show off with is our new My Park segment, where we discuss our childhood and our coming into basketball and getting to love basketball. So with that being said, I want to take y'all back, our viewers back to us first. Well, it's particularly me, first learning how to play basketball, being introduced to basketball in Oakland, California. We actually used to stay off of 98th at our grandmother's house, and our grandmother had this huge backyard, right? But it was nothing but dirt and tall trees. So I want to ask you. We had this basketball goal that was tied around this big tree,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how like I was introduced to basketball and shooting and whatnot after like watching MJ and Pippen on TV. We'd come out in this backyard filled with nothing but dirt and trees and bushes everywhere, but we would get it in the dirt on this basketball goal tied to a tree. Bro, who idea was that to tie a basketball goal to the tree? Who
It
did
was
that?
okay, so it was me. I was back there trying to figure out a way we could play basketball because where I lived at, it was dangerous to go to the park across the street. You know, people was getting hurt and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So we had to figure out a way. I had to figure out a way to play basketball. So we had a hoop and we had like this thick rope back there. So my my butt just trying to be innovative. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tripping off the backboard because everything will go in my mind. I ain't really tripping. I go off glass. Ooh, cause I ooh. Hold on, my chair. I'm sorry about that. Uh, I was
Bloopers.
I wasn't tripping off anything going in because I was all net all day. That's how I felt. So, but I want to take it back a little bit more. Um, yeah, growing up in Oakland, it was crazy. You feel me? We grew up in the era of the '80s. I shouldn't have to explain y'all shit up. Kind of like no. Um, we I was playing basketball. I didn't get introduced to basketball till he was about a year old or something like that.
Mm.
And so I had to learn on my own. I saw Michael Jordan play in '91 and I was hooked. You know what I'm saying? He came and did a little double move or whatever. So I was going to the park practicing everything, but I didn't have nobody to play with. So with that, years go on, 4 or 5 years go on, 6, 7 years go on. He finally get old enough to play, like 7, 8 years old. So we go back there and I ain't gonna lie, those games made us better because of the fact that we had to figure out how to dribble over rocks and humps and trees, like,
And
but we was like,
Pablo.
we weren't playing like okay, travel ball or hold the ball, walk 3 steps or pick up the ball because something was in the way. We were still like dribbling, like really dribbling, and I had him out there working on his stuff. So by the time we got old enough Fast forward, um, we live on High Street in Oakland, California, and he's going to Maxwell Park School, and I'm over here going to Edna Brewer. And this young man finally got old enough to play for real. So we go up to the courts up the hill from our street. We had some like 10, 11 foot courts and some like eight, not what is it, like 7, 8 foot courts.
Yeah.
And by then he was so good, and we had like a rapport from playing in the backyard against the dudes and stuff like that. We was up there kicking ass, you know what I'm saying? So the my park experience is about how we would go to the courts and whoop ass. And how I had an 11-year-old, 10, 11-year-old out here shooting the lights out, doing layups, no look passes and stuff like that. And I'll have my friends, my peers, they would be so pissed off because they didn't see it coming. They would just be like, all right, I got my brother. And they would laugh, like, you got a little dude? I'm like, yeah, I got a little dude. In my head, I'm like, y'all finna get y'all head busted in. Y'all don't even know yet. But with that being said, for you, what was it like playing ball with me growing up at Maxwell?
So take a little back to like, yeah, so I got introduced to the game of basketball like 6, 7 years old, dribbling on that damn dirt. So we had like the roots sticking out the ground, we had the potholes, the rocks, bushes, and whatever else was crawling back there in that goddamn dirt. So I was really honing in on my handle.
Mhm.
So by the time that we moved to High Street, so yeah, so that's my stomping ground. I'm a Maxwell kid. I went to Maxwell Park when it was Maxwell Park. Um, I was learning. I mean, I had already learned how to really really play the game, and I was just coming into like dunking on those like 8 foot goals at like 9, 10 years old. So when those games would start, and I get to go up there with my brother because I was always trying to tag along with him. That's my older brother.
We
It
connected at, yep, yeah, for sure.
it what oh taking it back, like before we actually got to Maxwell, we were at what was the little elementary school that had the
Oh,
logo?
Crocker.
Crocker.
Yeah.
So look, we was at Crocker. I was trying to figure out how to dunk and stuff then, but what we were really doing was working on that pick and roll game. And we had, in my mind, we had some competitive ass 21s
Mm-hmm.
going on that 7 foot, 8 foot goal at Crocker.
Mm-hmm.
But by the time, because we was honing our game at Crocker and learning how to play, he was teaching me the pick and roll. By the time we got to Maxwell, I felt like I was an expert at it at like 10, 11 years old. So in them games, I was I was in awe, and I was like honored, and I felt special because my brother wanted me on his team. My older brother wanted me to play with him. And matter of fact, not only there, just whatever park we went to, whatever video game we played, I was always my brother wanted me on his team, and that made me feel special as hell. What and because of that, I was playing to not let him down. Like I wanted to make sure that I was going to do all the stuff that my brother was talking shit about. I wanted to kill these dudes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I felt like a hitman for hire, like for real, on a basketball court. I was trying to cross somebody, I was trying to dunk on somebody, or I was sitting in that damn corner trying to knock that three down. So, what made you put me on your team always?
Uh, well, the work, the work we put in, like it was special for me because I got to see it work. You know what I'm saying? You know how when you work with somebody
Yeah.
and you like you doing all the dribbles, you doing the crossovers and doing the pick and rolls, teaching somebody how to do this, shoot their shots. When you got somebody when you got them going left, you can go right and stuff like that. And then to see you and it actually worked, I'm like, oh yeah, I got this dude. Like I ain't even gotta pick nobody else because we already had it. Like you said with the pick and roll, like people ain't running the pick and roll at no
No,
park. You know what I'm saying?
no.
And I was like, and I was always trying to think how to win because of my size. I wasn't the tallest dude. I'm only like 5'9", you know. So, and at the time, he was about what, an inch shorter than me because he grew so damn fast. You know what I mean? So, like, I was just like trying to figure out ways I can get him open because I always wanted him to have confidence to shoot and be able to know he's part of the game. So I had to figure out something that would make it to where he can either roll and pop or roll and go to the hole. I knew he was an athlete. He had Harris. You know what I'm saying? So and once I seen him dunking, I seen the confidence build and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, I got it. You feel me? This is what we gonna do. So once we got to the point where we was playing older guys and they were looking at him funny and looking at me funny because I had my bro, I was like, y'all don't even know y'all messed up already by letting me have him. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all don't know what's coming. Y'all really don't know this is going to be a wrap for y'all. Like, and you know, I ain't gonna say every single time, but I'll say 8 to 9 times out of 10, we would win the games. You know, he would have, you know, sometimes he would have the disadvantage because dudes were they were bigger.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So,
yeah,
like, when he would, on defense, he would be like, sometimes it would be, but he was a hustler though, and he was strong. So he would give him a hard time, but you still playing, you know, 16, 17-year-olds, you know what I mean?
I was talking shit,
But
shit out of
we
people.
playing dudes that were good. We weren't playing like scrub. Some of these dudes played at Fremont and played. Some of the dudes we were playing were played on Fremont championship team and old players from Skyline and stuff like that. And we was giving dudes work up there. You know what I mean? And it was to the point where people would get frustrated, try to foul hard and do all these things because we were and they couldn't do nothing to him because he was young and I wasn't gonna let that happen. So everything would get taken out on me. So
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
mind though, you know, it was cool to be able to see my bruh do the things that we worked on and to actually work on foods and watch foods be sit on their pocket and watch dudes with that amazement. You know how you get that amazement on your face, like, oh, I didn't know little dude can do that. Like I would love those moments. I drop a dime behind my back or I throw it over my neck and he'd be there and he'd make the shot.
Yeah.
And the dude would look at him like, how did he know? Like, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like those were the days. Like, you feel me? Like my favorite days of playing basketball because we was young, didn't really have no cares, and we were just going around. And then, like I said, I had somebody with me that I knew, like you said, was a higher hitman. Like, you feel me? We go apart and whoop ass. Like, and it was my bro. Like, you feel me? It was like, I ain't gonna lie, that was the greatest gift mom could have get me. You know what I mean? Was
That
to
shit
have
was dope.
like to have a road dog, like to have, you know, a homeboy that was close enough to me that we can share things and talk about stuff and you're not so young to the point where you don't understand. And though that was cool. You feel me? So to show my appreciation for that, I made sure we was connected to the hip, and I made sure everything that I knew I would teach you. And I always told you whatever you saw me do wrong, learn from that too, and do the
Mm,
opposite. You know what I mean?
yeah.
We always had those conversations like, don't, you know, because I made my mistakes coming up and stuff, but I always told you, even when you got older, whatever I did, you do the opposite. You know what I mean? And so it was cool because you listen, like, you feel me, and that's why you are where you are right now, and we able to do these type of things. And that's how come we tight the way we are right now. I know we getting all sentimental on y'all, but this is a conversation I just feel like y'all need to know about us. Like, we play ball for real. Like, I went to Canada to play ball. You know, he was in programs and stuff like that. We do this. We don't just talk about basketball because we just sit around and watch it. We don't really put on shows. We don't really had crowds disappear out the gym because how we rock. You know what I'm saying? And it came from us too. Like, we played with our cousins and stuff like that, but the roots was just me and him. Like,
Oh
in
yeah.
the yard. And for him to move so fast to get to the point where we can go play with the big cousins and they be like, all right, we got to guard Jan.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm saying
Yeah,
my chest out like, yeah, y'all gotta guard
yeah,
me out.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Y'all gotta go. Like
Yeah.
seriously, seriously.
Yeah.
So that's the my park segment. I want to. It's been a hot topic over the past week or two after the performance that Steph Curry put on at the national game, the Olympic game, hitting the night for the world to see.
Uh-huh.
The hot topic has been, is Steph the greatest point guard that ever lived now? And it's come down to two names, Magic Johnson versus Stephen Curry.
Mm-hmm.
And me and my brother seem to be on the opposite side of the fence
Mm-hmm.
for this. So give me your reasons why you feel like Magic Johnson is the greatest point guard to ever play the game.
Okay. Well, it's simple. The first and most important thing to me is during that 80 run, the NBA was on tape delay. The NBA wasn't being televised on time for people to see. So because of the fights and the drugs and stuff like that in the league, it wasn't really a league where you could play or you wanted to represent it put on TV. So the NBA was having a hard time getting on TV. But when this guy and Larry they came into the league, it they started having the games on time. After that first championship in the games with I think he went to game 7 or game 6, and the Celtics won. The team, the NBA started being televised on time, where you can see the championship on time and stuff like that. So in part with that, he saved basketball in a sense to where the Stephens and the LeBrons and everything are able to be seen, because it was very possible that they weren't going to get a TV deal, and especially one that was lucrative as the one they ended up getting. So that's first part. Now let's get to the basketball. This dude has won on every level, from high school to the NBA, and he did it in a pocket of time that nobody has done it that I can recall. You know what I'm saying? He won high school championship, his college championship, and an NBA championship in less than 4 years, and he starred and was pretty much the MVP of each game, literally. Um, the guy is probably what? So I think he's like second in all time assists. Um, if you want to talk about innovating, nobody at his size can do what he do. We're talking about a 6'9" guard, not a 6'9" forward, small forward. This dude is a 6'9" point guard. Well, you want to talk about innovation? Nobody could guard him, and that because everybody point guard was their average size point guard. The mismatch on defense was so crazy that you had to do things to try to guard him, like bring Scottie Pippen over or something like that. Um, he's one of the greatest leaders ever. The man is a walking triple double. He does things from 3 points. Like Steph is a shooter. Like that's what we know him for. Magic Johnson is a great scorer. He's a great passer, elite passer. He is a great rebounder. He's probably, I think, like his average is in the upper 7 and 8 in rebounds, and his assists is probably like 9 or 10 a game. I know his points is like somewhere around the 18 to 20 or something like that. This is his career average. He played for a long while. You know, I mean, actually, his career got cut short because of the HIV thing, if you want to call
Yeah.
that cut short. You know what I'm saying? Because he was still kind of like on his last legs in 91, 92. You know what I mean? But he's an Olympic champion. I think he might be a two-time Olympic champion, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if he was in college or something, somewhere around there. But good as he is, I'm sure he was on one of them USA teams or whatever around that time, because it was just him and Larry in college that was running things at the time. But he's an Olympic gold medalist. Can't even talk. Olympic gold medalist like Steph, too.
Yeah.
I I don't even see why it's an argument. Like we take one dude that can do three things, and a guy who can pretty much do one thing really, 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 really good. So I'm trying to understand the argument. Help me out.
All right. Magic. It is hard to argue against Magic Johnson. First and foremost, let me get that out there, because when we get to talking about these GOAT debates, sometimes it can get like disrespectful because people would get the nitpicking, and so no, this is no disrespect to Magic Johnson. The matter of fact, Magic Johnson's so great, we don't even call him by his actual name, Irving. You know, we call him Magic. He's Magic now. But matter of fact, before I get into this Steph Curry shit, can we invite T on the show? Because I need to see his face as I break this down.
But yeah, we can invite him right quick.
For sure.
Yeah.
Send that request, big dog. I need you in here.
Let's go, T.
Yo.
My dog.
Yo.
It's good, my brother.
My dog. So look, for our viewers, we're on the Magic Steph debate, and I was just explaining that before I get into this to why I feel like Steph is the GOAT point guard. That is, I wanted to see your face as I break this down. Okay, so no disrespect to the military, right? But Steph Curry is the deadliest shooter in the history of America, the craziest sniper in the history of America.
Mm-hmm.
This dude's shot is so good, he made a particular position obsolete.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have the big clunky centers anymore, because what this guy was able to do, he literally changed the geometry of the game of basketball. Mm-hmm. He spreaded the defense out so that all the driving lanes are wide open now, because folks are so afraid of a shooter like this dude.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I keep seeing these snippets of, we talk about folks feared Michael Jordan, feared this dude, shaking in their boots, didn't want to play him, right? But I keep looking at Steph Curry, and I'm seeing him get triple team and quadruple team. And anytime this fool had a ball, everybody looking. Everybody, right? Because if he make one, the game might be over from that point, right? So he made it to where he shoots so good that bad shots, historically bad shots, are now good shots. Because if you shoot it, it's like, well, that's Steph Curry.
Yeah.
In that Olympic game, you had what some consider the GOAT in LeBron James, and then probably one of the best scorers to ever do it, in Kevin Durant, wide open on the opposite side. Steph got two on him, and he still shot it. And you know what people said?
Right.
Man, that's a good shot. That's Steph Curry. Like, I know you got a GOAT over there. I know you got Kevin Durant over there, but that was a good shot. Mm-hmm. And what the world do after that? Night. So he's the only basketball player in the history of the NBA, out of 5,000 people, that had a 50, 40, 90 season while averaging 30 points or over 30 points. He actually got the scoring record that season. The scoring title. My fault. The scoring title that season, while averaging 50 from the field, 90 from the free throw line. Well, actually 93%, 54% from the field, and 43% from the three-point line while averaging 30. The only player to ever do it. So that's why.
I'm about to go ahead.
So that's why, like, he's considered like, okay, is this guy the greatest point guard to ever do it? On top of, he actually not a bad passer. He actually a damn good passer. He's actually not a bad rebounder. He averaged 6 rebounds a game. He did it consecutive seasons, averaging 1 point something steals. You know, his plus minus now, because we got the advanced stats now. He's one of the biggest plus minus in NBA history. That's why we're starting to say, okay, well, maybe this dude is the greatest point guard to ever do it. I see you itching, big bro. Let me get you in there. What's up?
Go ahead, T-Streetz.
Okay. Down, I'm gonna let you go with it first, man. I know you might want a rebuttal, man.
No, I was just saying this dude didn't even enter nobody's top 10 to just now. Let's talk about that. Like, right. He's not even in nobody's top 10. Like, now we talking about he the GOAT point guard. He's not, like, we can't jump from one thing to another. We have this discussion about him on shows before about how people don't have him in their top 10. Magic's in everybody's top 10 across the board. Everybody on earth, Magic Johnson is in their top 10. Now we're talking about, is this dude better than him because he made everybody go 99 in the Olympics when the team that Magic was on was the team. That was the team.
That's a good point. All right, I got a rebuttal for that, but go ahead.
With HIV, making it look easy. He didn't even look sick. Like,
all right.
Go ahead, bro.
Way I see it, bro. Way I look at it, be honest, man. I did actually a whole top 10 of point guards. I ended up getting into it so deep. But getting out to the top 2, before I even get down that deep, but getting out to the top 2, it is those 2, Magic and Steph. I say they're interchangeable, if I'm being honest. But I'm going to go Magic slightly. I'm going to go with Jay Downs on this, only because he's correct when it comes down to you take Steph's greatest thing away, the shooting. He's a mid-point guard at best. You take some away from Magic, the shot, the rebounds, the assists, everything else. He's still 6'9", athletic player out there on the court.
Yeah. But so things you had to list that you have to take away from him in order for him to get weak first.
Now, the only reason I really say that, though, looking at it, bro, if we had to be honest with ourselves, Russell Westbrook would be the 3rd best point guard ever, as of right now, over CP3, over Stockton. Because his stats are better. He's actually more athletic. He's great. He's great at what he did. He was the greatest athletic point guard before D Rose. His stats are better than D Rose.
I might have
Steph. If you look at statistics alone, Russell Westbrook is the greatest point guard. Steph comes in second, then John Stockton.
Bro,
I really want to put them in order just about how they actually do their. We can go to the numbers, bro. We can go to the numbers.
You left
Steph is 39th in assists and 36th in scoring, 30th in scoring. He's mid on both. Magic is 7th in assists.
Yeah.
You left Jason Kidd out.
No, Jason Kidd is on there too. Look, I'll go down the list. For you. I got Magic, Steph, Russell Westbrook, Stockton, CP, Nash, AI, Kidd, Isaiah, D Rose.
So how you got a man who got a ring under a dude who just averaged a bunch of triple doubles? He went to he led
I went by 3 categories.
He led the Nets to 2 finals. He did. Like Kenyon, like he didn't have a super squad like that. It was just him, Kenyon, and Richard. He led them to 2 finals. Then went to Dallas and led them to a finals and won it.
What are Jason Kidd's accolades? What are Jason Kidd's accolades? He played with a lot of good teams too. But where's
He
Jason
was
Kidd's
cold.
accolade?
He was cold rookie of the year. He should have been MVP the year that they went to the finals with the first year before they got
He
Matumbo. And
wasn't
then when
Finals
they
MVP with Dallas. That's the only chip he
no,
got.
he should have been the MVP of the whole league. New Jersey was 52-26 or 52 and something the year they went to the finals, and he got snubbed by who got that MVP? He should have. That's all I know. You know what I'm saying? He was the best player in the league.
Right.
I like Westbrook and I like his accolades, but he didn't do it for as he didn't carry a team for as long as Jay did. Like everywhere Jason Kidd went, he was the leader of the squad, and his teams got better. Like after Oklahoma, none of Westbrook teams got better. They were either average or didn't make the playoffs.
J Kidd stats and J Kidd accolades are less.
What I will say,
Even Steve Nash, like you just look at it, like 2-time MVP.
I modeled some of my game after Jason Kidd, especially him being from the Bay Area, from Oakland. But my only knock on Jason Kidd is he didn't win an MVP like during the regular season. However,
No finals
Russell
MVP.
Westbrook didn't win no rings. I actually like if we're gonna talk like GOATs, like top like 3, I need you to have a ring, bro. And I love Westbrook. I love Westbrook. I love him. Like you said earlier, Justin triple doubles. He averaged a triple double for 4
wouldn't have
years.
rings, though.
And
Stockton don't have a ring. CP don't have a ring. Nash don't have a ring.
So
AI don't have a ring. The next 4 people.
So actually,
Kid is so high up.
Actually,
his stats are better than all that.
You're forgetting Jerry West. Jerry West went to 9 finals.
He only got one. Two.
Yeah, 2. I think it's 2. 1 or 2. But that's 9 finals, and on a team where he was carrying that team. But I say Jerry West because I didn't watch Jerry West, so I went more toward I was watching NBA 80s on NBA TV. I got a lot more respect for the 80s. But straight up,
Jerry West, looking at his stats and everything for as long as he played, he still would be on that list.
I was actually going to go Isaiah Thomas. My man got 2 rings. My man got 2 rings. He beat MJ, Bird, and Magic in the 80s, somewhere at the peak of their power.
Yeah.
With an NBA Finals MVP.
Yeah.
IT is the original point guard.
I have
to me.
IT on there, but once again, what's IT accolades? Where did he list that on statistic list?
Accolades.
Like I went by 3 categories: skills, accolades, and statistics.
Okay, but think about this. What is the most important accolade when you talk about the GOATs, and when the first thing you talk about when you compare them?
Scoring?
It's this.
Oh, rings. Okay.
You know what I mean? And when you're the man, like these, you gotta say these dudes were the men.
If we doing a ring, Isaiah above everybody else. He had 3.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna do that, if we're gonna go by rings strictly straight up, it's Magic, Steph,
Magic Steph,
and then who else? Is anybody else with more than 2 rings?
As a point guard, no, not that I'm aware of.
You got Magic, Steph, Isaiah all got rings.
No. Wait a minute. Hold on. We're being disrespectful. Maybe because people don't like him too much. But Tony Parker, bro.
Hold on.
His stats.
Tony Parker, bro.
his stats will say no.
I forget this. He has a final MVP. He's a 4 or 5 time. He's a 3 or 4 time champion. He was the key.
Winner.
To those championships. He was the key, even though he didn't win the MVP every time. He was the kind of like the key to those championships. We leaving out point guards that really were great, that led their teams, for people who just had good stats. Yeah, Russell had good stats.
So somebody like AI. AI was
But
the
he's
one person I had a trouble
guard though.
listening.
We consider him a shooting guard. We would put him in the Kobe Mike, discussion. D
I mean,
Wade, stuff like
for them, we put Steph in there.
but like Tony Parker, bro, you gotta like my girl just over here yelling because she was over here just holding it in because she happy I brought him up.
Look.
Yeah, but no, Tony Parker, bro, he's above Westbrook. Like,
Look. Can I
Man,
let me? Can I get my 2
stats
cents?
wise,
yeah,
no.
go ahead, bro.
Can I get my 2 cents?
Accolades wise, no. Yeah.
To me, like if we're gonna talk like GOAT, right? GOAT you have to have a ring, or you have to have 2 rings. If we're talking GOAT, at least 2. Now that does qualify Tony Parker, but Tony Parker not even on a top 75 list, like of the NBA all time.
Okay,
so that's a problem.
No, so
you just used that argument against Curry.
He did something out of pocket that you don't do, like in the background. He got with somebody, got with a well-liked player across the league, somebody's son's that's well-loved wife.
As a point guard, though, Westbrook is top 9 in assists and top 24 in scoring.
But he did nothing, though. See?
I mean,
he didn't win.
He got an MVP.
He didn't win nothing.
Yeah, back to back, almost triple-double years.
He didn't win nothing,
which is crazy.
He got to the finals.
But he didn't win.
Which is crazy.
And he got beat bad, too.
CP3 didn't win. Stockton didn't win. D Rose didn't win. Like a lot of boys didn't win.
Them goats though. We're talking about the goats. The goat. The guy.
They call CP3 the point guard.
But like he's not on the Rushmore. It would be like Magic, Steph, Isaiah, and then you can take your pick out of. I would say I like J Kidd or Tony Parker up there. If we're gonna
the reason though, the reason. So you said okay. Earlier you said if you take Steph Curry threes away, what kind of guard would he be, right? Why would we do that in the first place? Why? Like I know people know Steph Curry is only a 3-point shooter, but he did lead the league in steals for a year. Okay, he was a steal champ for a year, so he got defense. But a lot of people downgrade how well Steph's shot is. Like people feel like, okay, well, I too can go in the gym and shoot 1,000,000 shots and shoot as good as Steph Curry. No, you can't. He has something special that no one else on this planet has. And he's put that on display.
That's why skill-wise, I got him second. Skill-wise, he's number 2 on the list.
This dude was 6'9", throwing passes over.
That's why Magic number 1 skill-wise.
Across from one end of the court, through people laying down the line. Ooh, dude, catch. He throwing alley-oops. They had a play.
John Stockton had a skill, man. When it came to assists, when it came to steals and assists, John Stockton had a skill.
They had a play called the Coop the Loop that him and Cooper would run. And that play was so scandalous, bro. Like, bro, Magic was the dude that took ABA ball and put it in the NBA, because if you remember back then, they were like, this is the straight league. We don't do all that flashy stuff. For a minute, they even took out dunking with Wilt. They was like, you can't dunk. Like the NBA was a straight up league. Magic made it cool again to be flashy because he was winning with it. It wasn't like he was doing flashy stuff and they would lose game. He would do a no look pass and it would be on the money every damn time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mind you, this dude is 6'9". You can't, bro.
I think it's safe to say Magic is number 1, Steph number 2.
Bro, you can't just. I understand how you feel about Steph and shooting. Yeah, it's a weapon. It is a weapon. But being 6'9" and being able to drop a dime on a dime, and to be able to jump hook, to have the confidence to win. Bro, he was a rookie, scored 42 points, some 16 stupid some number rebounds, and like 12 assists in the finals, and won finals MVP in his first year, bro. Like
Yeah,
it took step what 6 years to even get to a final.
because he was hurt the first 5.
I mean, but that's also being part of how you built too, though.
Hey, but
It's
Steph
able
not top
to
10 in no statistical category. At least Magic number 7 in assists. That's how I look at it.
So yeah, like I
he's
said
not that
earlier,
far
when we
down on rebounding too, because the dude averaged like 7 to 8 or 9 rebounds for his career, dude.
like I said earlier, this was me trying to put Steph at 1. It's hard to do it. It really is. Magic Johnson played in the league 13 years, and he got 12 All-Star selections in that 13 years, right? 3-time MVP, one at the high school level. Oh,
Bro, a chair just
one at
broke.
the high
Yo,
school
this
level,
is
one at the college
immortalized.
level.
Bro, I thought it was breaking. It broke. Ooh.
It broke. It's
Yeah,
gone.
bro. It's broke.
You broke did it.
Yeah, I broke it.
2-time All-Star MVP.
That's going in the book.
The only thing that I will say before we get into the next topic is Steph got something that Magic don't, that no other player in the history of the game don't, besides a shot, and that's the unanimous MVP in the same league that had D Rose, Carmelo, Kevin Durant, Kawhi, PG, Anthony Davis. He has the only unanimous MVP because of how crazy he was, or he is. But let's talk about this. We just
Stop
got
laughing.
to see. We just got to see. To me, my childhood basketball or young adulthood basketball idols play out on a big stage in the Olympics. No, I couldn't have scripted a better ending with LeBron, Steph, and KD on the same team, bringing home the gold. That was beautiful to me. But in your opinion, T, are we being set up for like a letdown for the 2028 Olympics?
Yes and no.
Okay.
And it's an oxymoron. I know it's crazy, but Jay Dons, I see you saying no, but bruh, we don't have no small forwards. We don't have no big men. We better beg that Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown decide to play.
Ooh.
If they decide to take a stance where they're not going to play, I got 9 locked players. I got Halliburton,
Okay.
Ja,
And
Book,
Book,
Paulo, Bam,
Chet,
Cooper Flag, and maybe Tyrese Maxey.
Tyrese Maxey. I like
That's
that
my
Maxey.
9 locked. Everybody else, AD, Zion, Jalen Brunson, Evan Mobley, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, De'Aaron Fox. All of them are ifs. All of them are question marks. We don't, like, from last 3 spots, they all question marks.
I like that. So it sounds like you put together like your own little roster for a minute. I ain't gonna lie. So you asked this question on the live last week, and it really had me and my brother thinking like, wow. So my brother also put together a roster, and I'm curious to hear who you got on that 2028 Olympic team.
All right. My point guards are Ja and LaMelo. My shooting guards are Ant and Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell, okay.
Jalen and Tatum are small forward.
Okay.
I got Zion and old school leader in Anthony Davis as my power forwards. I like that. I got Bam. And for extra power forward, I got Banchero. How you say his name?
Paulo Banchero. Yeah.
Yeah, he on there. I got Bam, and Chet Holmgren.
Bam and Chet. So y'all going with this Chet Holmgren, and I like it because he a stretch 4, stretch 5, and by
What
the
we got?
time 2028 hit, he'll been add a little weight, done got some big games under his belt. Because a lot of this is we're trying to predict what it's going to look like in 2028, right? Barring injury, we're trying to predict how these players' careers are going to go, which I think is pretty damn cool. But now we got to talk about my roster. And look, I, I got like 5 players that just honorable mention, right? That didn't make
Okay.
my roster for whichever reason.
Mhm.
LaMelo Ball, only because we hadn't seen him play a full season yet. Yeah, I like him. He's a hellified talent. Zion Williamson, he gotta stay away from the strippers. It's just as
Got
simple
to
as
help.
that. But stay away from the strippers, okay?
Appreciate it, Mark.
Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown only because I think he kind of done with the Olympics. I think he just left a bad taste in his mouth. Okay. Trey Murphy, if y'all don't know, 6'8", 6'9", sharpshooter, hellified defender. I predict for the Pelicans, he's going to be something serious. And the last person I left off was actually Chet Holmgren. Now, I brought back 7 other players from this Olympic roster. So I agree with you and Anthony Davis. Every time you go to the Olympics, he's a monster in the Olympics. That's his game. I brought back Bam Adebayo for how solid he was this Olympics. Jason Tatum, revenge tour type shit, right? Anthony Edwards, baby Jordan right there. I predict that he should be at the top of his game by the time the 2028 Olympics come around. Devin Booker played his ass off this Olympics. Round of applause, Devin Booker. Tyrese Halliburton should really be in his bag by then. Probably, I predict that he'll see Eastern Conference Finals, maybe even the finals by the time I come around. And I brought back Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid will be about 30 years old by the time the 2028 Olympics get here. Okay. What I added, I think we all agree, John Morant. I got Cade Cunningham, a 6'7" point guard, who tore up that goddamn FIBA roster when he was in the on the USA Select team. I don't know why
1700,
they didn't want to embarrass nobody and kick him off the team to let Cade Cunningham come on, but he's going to be ready for the Olympics. Paulo Banchero, we actually agreed on that. Tyrese Maxey, I like that. He's going to be a superstar by the time the Olympics hit. And my last one, as you said we didn't have any wings, Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges tore it up in the FIBA games. 6'7", hellified defender, shoot the lights out. I can't wait to see this in the 2028 Olympics. That's going to be dope. Now, that being said, that's still no Bron, Kevin Durant, and Steph Curry.
Nowhere near. Nowhere near.
How, Josh, in your opinion, are we going to be in like danger of being beat in the 2028 Olympics?
Not if my team go.
Keep it above.
Not if my team go. If everybody healthy and in their prime,
yeah,
as everybody should be, and they're like, and then like, okay, so we got 10, but it's really 12 players on the team, right?
12
right.
players.
Okay, so
12 players.
we gotta add like De'Aaron Fox for insurance, and I like the dude in Toronto. What's his name? The small forward, power forward.
Oh,
Scotty Barnes.
Yeah,
Scotty Barnes.
Scotty Barnes.
I forgot about Scotty Barnes.
Scotty Barnes will be a sleeper. Scotty Barnes
He gonna be the other dude. He gonna be the 12th.
Good one.
You know what I'm saying?
Good
so I
one.
got dogs. We got Pancaro. We got Ant. We got Bam. We got Chet. We got the guy y'all just said. I just recalled his name. Scotty. We got Scotty. We got De'Aaron. LaMelo, and Ja. Man, first of all, we got Ja and Zion on the same court at the same time.
A lot of highlights.
Healthy. Okay, so we got the show. All right. Then we got Ant, we got Bam to hold down the forward on defense. Bro, that squad is scandalous. That squad is scandalous.
If we get Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown to come, either we're good. Yeah. I think we're okay. If both of them say no, it's gonna start to look shaky.
We just all right. We know because we slide Penn Carroll or Scotty to small.
They're not as fluid with them jumpers to me, man.
Like, we talking about in 4 years.
Though. I get it. I get it.
What I'm saying,
the only reason I say we're in jeopardy, is looking at France. France is gonna be long, man. Like they last 3 draft picks are all 7 foot could be guards.
But
they could be a long shooting team, so we better have some rebounds, some long plays. Jaren Jackson style.
And we got
the new Bam
out there. Like I said, we projecting how they are. Players should have shots. Josh should have a shot to go along with everything. Anthony definitely gonna have a shot.
Y'all seem to trust LaMelo too. Like, what makes y'all trust LaMelo like so much? Like almost over Halliburton a job to be the point.
I like Melo healthy because when he was healthy, the man averaged like 25, like 6 and damn near 10. You know what I'm saying? When he was healthy. He's a tall guard. He's once again, he's a show. Like, you know what I'm saying? Being in the Olympics too, you want to be able to win a game in style. You know what I mean? You put him on the court because he's tall enough to play in the shooting guard position. So you can actually put Ja and him and Zion and whoever else on the court. And the boy he's just there to facilitate. You know what I mean?
Question to both of y'all real quick. Out of Halliburton, Ja Morant, Tyrese Maxey, and LaMelo, who you not taking?
LaMelo.
But, okay. The only reason I'm not taking LaMelo is right now he's inconsistent. In 4 years, we'll see. Physically. Now, for both of y'all teams that y'all name, right? The problem I have with y'all teams is where's the shooting coming from? This game has evolved. You got to be able to knock down the 3. Where's that 3-point shot at?
I think Ant has the shot for that fever game because once again it's bumped in a little bit. It's bumped in a little bit from the whatchamacallit. I like a lot of these dudes. If Jalen and Tatum go, we got shooting. You know what I mean? If only one or the other go, either or, we still got shooting. And like I said, I like the guy in Toronto. He can shoot. Scotty can shoot. Now, he ain't no deadly shooter like no Steph or nothing like that. But I would think Josh should have.
And Cooper Flag can flame that thing up a little bit too, from what I've seen. I'm gonna give him a little whatever.
I can.
With FIBA and USA being how FIBA and USA are, do y'all think they'll get somebody like Caruso or Austin Reeves, like another notch at some point?
They bet not
to build a team.
They bet not.
Like they did with Derek White.
They bet not. They bet not. You gonna have the same backlash.
I think we might.
What's up, bro?
I think these next 2 Olympics we gonna take it serious and we gonna try to.
It's all stars.
Look,
I think we gonna.
Devin Booker is gonna be on that Olympic team.
I like.
He's the head.
That's what I'm getting at.
I forgot
Devin
about him. I like
Booker gonna be on that Olympic team.
Booker,
that gonna drop 70 in a game.
So if you had to name your top 3, who are your top 3, like the Steph, KD, and Bron of that next team?
Joel, Tatum, and Booker.
Do you think Joel really going? He not play for Cameroon?
I got Ja and Zion.
I'm sorry. I messed up.
And Zion. Okay.
I messed up. You're right. I forgot. Anthony Edwards. So Anthony Edwards, Joel, and Devin Booker. Because Devin Booker, like like that for real. He ain't afraid of a goddamn
But we,
thing.
I'm gonna
but
go.
That man
he's not one
I'm
of
gonna
the. He's
go
not the
Ant,
leader of the team, the
B-Book,
team top.
and Bam. I think
and
Bam
Bam.
will be
Okay.
that solid player who's just gonna be solid for us again.
Yeah,
And
he
what you
only
say, big
gonna
bro?
be 31. A lot of these dudes going. The team I picked too. Nobody's going to be over 30, besides Bam and AD.
Besides
Mm-hmm.
Bam and
I,
AD,
Yeah,
yeah.
I just hope AD healthy enough.
best
That's why I got
replay.
him as a question mark. Him and Zion. I just hope they're healthy enough to play. If they healthy, I think they both go.
If,
That's
yeah,
what I
if
said.
they healthy, of course. This is if they're healthy. Now, Pac the legend, he said Joel over AD. Yeah, because AD is not the scorer that Joel is. Before he got injured last season, Joel Embiid was averaging 36 points.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how else to say that how crazy that stuff is to average 36
Okay.
for a season.
Real quick though. Same way I asked y'all with LaMelo earlier. Halliburton, Ja, Tyrese Maxey, and De'Aaron Fox. Who you not taking?
Wait, you said De'Aaron Fox, Maxey,
Halliburton
Halliburton,
and Ja.
and who else?
Ja.
We got to put Brunson in there too, though.
Well, Brunson too, because point guards is hard. Point guard can be the hardest position.
Yeah, yeah.
Halliburton wouldn't get picked out in there for me. That's just too much points. We got to do it. I can score 56 in Fox. Ja is Ja. You know what I'm saying? He put Bronson in there. That's another dude. This dude averaged damn near 40 in the playoffs. And who's the other guy you said?
Halliburton.
You said Maxey,
Maxey.
Halliburton and
Ja.
Maxey.
Maxey, another dude that can give you 50 piece. So Halliburton is great, but for the style of play that they play out there, the reason why he didn't play is because of his style of play. They don't have like a setup point guard type dude up there. Everybody scores when you play and you were playing ball. That's why Steph was so deadly out there, because he fits that style of play. Everybody on the court can shoot, because that was what the problem was with the Spains and stuff when they had Power Gasol and all them. These dudes can shoot 17, 18, 19, 20 feet from the court. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't have those weapons. And on the outside, we had a lot of dudes that can go in. But I believe
I mean, we only can bring three though. We only can bring three.
But that's why I believe like a De'Aaron Fox he will
and
have.
I think Halliburton locked in.
De'Aaron Fox will have a shot by then. Ja will have a shot by then. I believe that.
I mean, so Maxey stay home.
It's hard, bro. Come on, bro.
Right. You just reminded me of something. You just reminded me of something, big bro. Remember we was having that conversation about, I think Steph Curry was struggling through the first 4 games, and you were saying, yeah, Steph was just walk in the locker room and say, look, this is my game. Let me get loose. Come to find out, Brandon Pajinski was there in France. He told Pajinski and his friends that the next game, and he was talking about the semifinals against Serbia, he was like, okay, I'm about to go off. He's like, these next 2 games are mine. So he, Brandon Pajinski, which is, I don't know, that's Steph Curry teammate. He told Pajinski, I'm about to go off. And went out there and proceeded to do it. And in the midst of that, he went into the stands. I think he said he told was that Marbury or did he tell Pippen? Who said it? No, that was that was Carson. He walked over to the stands and said, I ain't missing again. And then proceeded to make those 4 3-pointers. He told them boys, I'm not missing anymore. And went out there and ended the damn game.
At the crowd, don't worry about me though. Like,
don't worry about me.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
Don't worry about me.
Okay.
He
like
told him, I'm not missing anymore. He told Pop before them 2 games, I'm about to take over. These next 2 games are mine. And went out there and did it on the world stage. Legend, bro. Legend.
But see, at the same time, too, that's what he's supposed to do at this level, and who we playing against. Especially the particular people that's guarding him. Like, you know what I'm saying? The teams be good. But if we go matchup to matchup, like for real, Steph Curry against who? Like like the only point guard that was like crazy like that was Shooter, right? And he didn't play him none during the finals and stuff. Who was guarding this dude? He's like he's like one of them dudes when you shoot, you cut. When he shoot, you cuss. When you playing defense, you know what I'm saying? When he shoot the ball, you just go fuck. That's all you can do. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you can put your hand up, you can scream, poke him in the stomach, run by him or whatever. It's fuck, bro. Cause you know it's going in. Like, it's not fair. Like, it's not fair. Like, I will give him this. From the 3-point standpoint, he's the first unfair guy. Like, that's unfair how good you can shoot the ball. That's not like, be cool, bro. Like, I want to beat you up. That's not fair. Like, I'm gonna catch you outside. You ain't gonna just be shooting on me like that, bro. Like, we gotta talk. Like, he that kind of dude. Like, you feel me? And I will give him that. That dude is a weapon. He's like a Terminator. Like, the dude get that red eye going, and it's like, pew, pew. That's a bad bomb noise, but yeah, that type shit. Like, you feel me? Like, the dude is like an incredible shooter. Like, and like I said, he can shoot from the parking lot. I think like if it was a hole in the stadium, he would figure out a way to throw it over the stadium into the hole, into the basket. I really think he could do that. That's how good that, like, bro, like I said, I have to say this again. The most perfect example was the RDC One World when they was like, the dude, when he wake up out the bed, it was the dude guarding him, like, he was walking to the car, he was in the kitchen eating. He guarding him like the coach said, I gotta guard you. Like, that's the only way you're gonna stop this man's shot, bro. It's not fair. But he's still not the GOAT. I'm sorry, point guard. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, his shot is like, I wanna beat you up type shot. He got that.
Hey, T, you putting together your five. Your five, your fantasy five to play against whoever.
Okay.
Who your point guard?
What? You gotta think about it.
Hey, shut up.
Wait, time out.
What
Do
you
I
mean
get to
time
put
out?
anybody at point guard, or just it has to be a point guard?
You got your four already. You got your four guys already picked out. You got, I don't know, Bron, Jordan, Kobe, and freaking Shaq or something.
Brian, my point guard, man. Brian, my point guard, man. I can't do that. Like, he Magic and just kind of combine. Like, he just all that. I want Brian. But if I had to go point guard, just them two, depending, like I said, I got Brian on the other side, I'm going to go Steph. If I got Kobe, Jordan, Brian, and Shaq, I'm going to go Steph.
and by the way, Kendrick Perkins, Gilbert Arenas, and who was that? Dirk Nowitzki got Steph Curry in their top 10 players all time.
Yeah. Wait,
yeah.
How long did it take?
They was talking about that 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah. And so was I, by the way.
He's top 10.
First of all, he's not top 10. Like,
he's top 10.
Name the top 10 players, bro. Name the top 10 players.
I could give.
I'm
gonna let you go, Jan.
I got Bron, Jordan, Kareem, Kobe,
so far good.
Steph, Magic, Bird, Duncan, Olajuwon. That's my 10. In that order.
I like the 10. I moved Steph. I moved the end of it around, but I like the 10. I go the same 10. I did move some things around towards the end of it, but the first 5, outside of Steph right there, I'm good. Kobe, that's probably about fourth, fifth.
After Steph dropped 43 game 5 against the Celtics, he was in my top 5. I had him at 5. Had him
Okay.
at 5.
Who your
When
top 10 there, Jay Johnson, you got?
when when they had to double team Steph Curry 10 times more than they had to double Kevin Durant in those finals runs, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, Steph Curry's the best player on that team. You got a 7'1" assassin, Slim Reaper, one of the greatest scorers this game has ever seen, but you keep doubling Steph Curry. And you have to do it 80% of the time. It really told me who was the most dangerous player on that damn floor. So that's why.
I gotta, like, he got 4 rings, bro. I gotta put.
I got Steph before KD, so easy.
10, but he's definitely number 10.
Number 10, that's what's up.
I can't really, because I can't. That last ring, bro, that last run he had was so, bro, like, he did this in every series. It was a game where it was night time. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's so hard not to, but I know I'm forgetting somebody. Because when you got people like Pippen, we got people like Scottie Pippen.
Forgot about D Wade.
We got people like D Wade. We got people like
BB and Body by Me. Forgot about D Wade.
We can't give up. No, he ain't better than D Wade. I'm sorry, he ain't better than D Wade.
That's 4-3.
Okay, now think about this. D Wade won a championship before LeBron, Carmelo. Carmelo didn't win one, and everybody, Bosh, everybody. He came out of that same draft. By his 3rd year, he had a ring. You know what I'm saying? Like, his 2nd year, he went bonkers. He went like crazy. And then his 3rd year, bro, the dude averaged 35 or some crazy shit a game in the finals.
I'm gonna tell you, the only thing Steph can do now to bolster his career is improve his statistical positioning. If he keep improving his statistical positioning, he goes up the top 10 lists like he needs to do. But his stats right now, the only thing keeping him out of the eye test tell you he's there. The winning tell you he's there. Yeah.
Look, no, he didn't have a super team. He had an old Shaq, BBM. He did not have a super team. He had an old Shaq, an old Gary Payton, an old Antoine Walker.
Look,
dude, no, D Wade was the man in that finals. That man was the man. He was like I see, he was average up the upwards. He had a game. He had 2 40-point games in the finals, and then like a 32 and a 36-point game. Like, he literally put that team on the back. Shaq averaged like 12.
I might have to push D Wade up.
Look. Let me talk about this. Now let's talk about it because we just mentioned this, right? Dwayne Wade is an all-time great. Matter of fact, he's probably the 3rd best shooting guard to me, right? However, wait, let me get this out. Dwayne Wade, however, was never considered the greatest player in the league at the time because he don't have any MVPs. Steph got 2 of them, and the only unanimous one. The only one. And this at a time when D Wade was still in the league with LeBron James, with Carmelo Anthony, with D Rose, with Darren Williams, with Chris Paul, with Paul George, with Kawhi Leonard.
But we can say that the same for him when D Wade was winning. Where was he at? Hurt?
Not in the league yet.
Okay. Oh well. Well, I mean, but once again, it still took him 5 or 6 years to win.
5 years injured. 5 years
that's
injured.
His body fault. You can't blame.
That man body betrayed him, man.
You can't blame D Wade for being healthy enough to play the games he needed to play to win a championship as fast as he did.
I'm not. I'm just saying when you act where he was injured.
Right? Injuries is part of basketball.
It is.
That also reflects on your career. You couldn't be on the court to earn the other accolades you should have had. Because imagine if he's on the court and how many more threes he would have hit and how many, but he wasn't. So, I'm just saying.
Steph can't be ranked in the 30s in scoring and in assists to end his career. Like, he can't be ranked in the 30s statistically. That's just gonna look real mid-ish.
Imagine that though. He missed 5 years, and then in 2019 broke his hand, so that's 6 years. But there will never ever be. Well, it is hard to think about another player even catching him in total 3 points made ever.
The three.
And he missed 6 years of his career. It's still. On that note, fellas, we had a little over an hour now.
Hey, this is a good one, man. This is a good one, bro.
Man, yeah, this is a great show. I appreciate you showing up, T-Street, as always, man. It's
Always,
a pleasure
family.
to have you. I mean, always drop
Love you, bro.
For real. Bro, I love you, man. This has been another episode of Leave It on the Court. I need everybody to go to our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Also, check out my Twitch,
Let's run up
MacGuy510.
the numbers, people.
Every day at 2 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? And Pacific time, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you holler at me. Until next Saturday, man. That's game.
That's game, fellas. That's love.